Howdy, y'all. Ever seen a cowboy get launched like a rag doll? Well, you're in for a treat. We're counting down the 10 nastiest, bone-crunching, spine-chilling, bull-riding wrecks that'll have you wincing and wondering why anyone signs up for this madness. 10. Mike Lee on Long John.
Oh.
Now, if there ever was a bull that could send shivers down a cowboy's spine, it's Long John. This four-legged freight train had a reputation for turning even the toughest riders into yard sale debris scattered across the arena floor. Our story takes us back to 2013 when Mike Lee decided to test his mettle against this bovine beast. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well.
This could be very dangerous. These styles, you know Mike Lee's not...
Mike Lee, an experienced bull rider with nerves of steel and a resume longer than a rattlesnake, squared off against Long John at the PBR World Finals. Lee had danced with danger plenty of times, but this bull was a different breed of nasty. Long John wasn't just any bull. He was the undisputed heavyweight champ of bucking off riders. Picture a bull with the strength of a locomotive and the agility of a cat on a hot tin roof. As the chute opened, Long John exploded into action, twisting and turning with the kind of fury that'd make a tornado look tame. Lee held on tight, trying to outlast the 8-second clock, but Long John had other plans. With a powerful buck, the bull launched Lee skyward like he was trying to join the space program. Lee came crashing back down to earth, but his troubles were far from over.
6.25 tie, the bull score, and every point of it earned.
Miraculously, Lee managed to roll away and scramble to safety, but not before Long John left him with a collection of bruises and broken bones that'd make a doctor's head spin. The aftermath was a testament to Lee's grit and determination. Despite the pain and the injuries, he walked out of the arena on his own 2 feet, though a bit more battered and bruised than when he walked in. Now, you might be thinking, why in tarnation would anyone climb back on a bull after something like that? Well, that's the spirit of bull riding. It's not just a sport, it's a way of life. Mike Lee, like so many others, saw Long John not as a death sentence, but as a challenge. And while this round went to the bull, Lee's bravery and tenacity earned him respect far and wide. 9. J.B. Mauney on Pearl Harbor.
Buck and shoot. Wow, he's...
Next up on our bone-crunching countdown is a wreck that left even the toughest cowboys shaking in their boots. J.B. Mauney, one of the most celebrated bull riders in history, met his match in 2017 with a bull named Pearl Harbor. Now, Pearl Harbor ain't just a name, it's a warning. This bull was notorious for his explosive power and unrelenting ferocity. And Mauney found out firsthand just how deadly this beast could be. J.B. Mauney is a legend in the bull riding world, known for his fearless approach and knack for sticking it out on the rankest bulls. But on that unfaithful day in 2017, he faced a challenge that would test even his legendary skills. The moment the chute swung open, Pearl Harbor shot out with the fury of a storm.
For the greats like J.B. Mauney, that bull had Mauney overmatched today, all the credit.
Mauney held on tight, trying to match Pearl Harbor's wild gyrations, but this bull was a force of nature. With every violent twist and turn, it became clear that Pearl Harbor was playing for keeps. The bull's power was off the charts, and he wasn't letting up. Then, with a bone-jarring buck, Mauney was launched skyward, his grip finally giving way. Despite the severity of the wreck, Mauney's spirit remained unbroken. That's the kind of cowboy he is. He took the injury in stride, determined to heal up and get back in the saddle. And he did just that, coming back to the sport he loves with the same fire and determination that made him a legend. This wreck was a stark reminder of just how dangerous bull riding can be. One moment you're on top of the world, and the next, you're in the dirt with a busted leg. But for cowboys like Monty, it's all part of the ride. 8. Briggs Madsen versus Maneater.
Lead him too. Oh! Odd moves though.
Alrighty, folks, saddle up for another wild ride through the annals of bull riding history. This time, we're talking about the time Maneater, a bull with a name that'd make even the bravest cowboys think twice, showed off his brute power by bucking off Briggs Madsen. This wreck was a testament to sheer bull power and left everyone in the arena holding their breath. It's a clear day, the kind that makes you want to throw on your boots and hat and head to the rodeo. Briggs Madsen, a cowboy with more nerve than a barefoot jackrabbit on a hot griddle, is about to take on Maneater. Now, Maneater ain't just any bull. He's a legend in the making, known for his power and unpredictability. His name alone sends shivers down the spines of rodeo fans. The chute gate flies open, and Maneater bursts out like a thunderstorm in the desert. Briggs is holding on tighter than a tick on a hound dog, but Maneater has no mercy. The bull bucks with the force of a runaway freight train, twisting and turning like he's trying to shake off a pesky fly. Then, quicker than a hiccup, Maneater pulls a move that'd make a gymnast jealous. He bucks so high it looks like he's trying to touch the sky. Briggs loses his grip and is launched into the air, flying higher than a kite in a hurricane. He hit the ground hard, and the impact echoes through the arena. The crowd gasps as Briggs lays there, motionless. But Maneater ain't done. He turns around and charges, intent on finishing what he started.
And they told him he would probably never even walk again, and he would definitely...
The bullfighters rush in, distracting Maneater and giving Briggs a chance to get to safety. It's a chaotic scene with dust flying and hearts pounding. Briggs is rushed into the medics, who quickly assess the damage. He's battered and bruised with a concussion and a few cracked ribs. But in true cowboy fashion, he's more worried about getting back in the saddle than the pain. After some time to heal, Briggs is back at it, proving that cowboys are made of tougher stuff than most folks. As for Maneater, he struts around the arena like he owns the place, his reputation growing with each buck. He's a reminder that in bull riding, it's not just about skill, it's about respecting the raw power of these magnificent beasts. 7. Scott Breeding versus Bodacious.
Down in there, Scotty right there, bull. Go, Scott, look out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's down. Heads up, boy.
All right, gather round, cowpokes. This next tale is about a wreck so legendary it's still whispered about in hushed tones around the campfire. We're talking about the time Bodacious, the infamous bull from the depths of cowboy nightmares, decided to introduce Scott Breeding to the taste of arena dirt at the 1995 National Finals Rodeo. Ah, Bodacious. Now there's a name that strikes fear into the hearts of even the bravest cowboys. Bodacious wasn't just any bull. He was a living legend, a beast so formidable, he redefined what it meant to be a ranked bull. Known for his explosive power and a signature move that could send the toughest riders to the hospital, Bodacious earned his reputation as the baddest bull in rodeo history. It's 1995, and the NFR is buzzing with energy. Cowboys from all corners have gathered, each hoping to make their mark and avoid the wrath of the beast known as Bodacious. Now, for those of y'all unfamiliar with Bodacious, let me paint a picture. This bull ain't just big. He's a snarling, snorting, bone-crushing machine with a track record of sending cowboys flying faster than a prairie fire with a tailwind. Enter Scott Breeding, a cowboy with more courage than a bullfighter on payday. He climbs aboard Bodacious, knowing full well he's in for the ride of his life. The chute opens, and Bodacious rockets out like a demon unleashed, bucking and twisting with the fury of a Texas twister. Now, Bodacious has a signature move. He whips his head back quicker than a snap, and that's exactly what he does.
Everybody, quit grinding your teeth. Everybody, think positive. For those of you that are believers.
Scott's hanging on, but Bodacious has other plans. With a move so quick it'd make a cheetah jealous, Bodacious slams his massive head back, connecting squarely with Scott's face. The impact is like a freight train hitting a brick wall. Scott is knocked out cold, his body going limp and slipping off Bodacious like a rag doll. The arena goes silent as Scott hits the dirt, out cold and bleeding from the brutal blow. Bodacious, meanwhile, struts around like he's just won a barroom brawl. The bullfighters rush in, diverting Bodacious and making sure Scott doesn't get a second dose of that bull's wrath. Medical teams are on Scott in a heartbeat, and he's rushed out for treatment. The damage? A shattered face and a concussion that had put a lesser man out for good. Scott's face looked like it went 12 rounds with a jackhammer, but the cowboy spirit's a tough one to break. After extensive medical treatment, Scott recovered, but that wreck left a scar on both him and the rodeo world. Bodacious cemented his reputation that day as the bull to beat, or rather, the bull to avoid. Cowboys from then on thought twice before tangling with the beast.
Here to win with him, aren't we, folks?
As for Scott Breeding, he became a legend, not just for his riding skills, but for surviving one of the nastiest wrecks in rodeo history. Now, if you thought Bodacious only wrecked Scott Breeding, you'd be wrong. One of the most infamous encounters with Bodacious happened in 1993, when Tough Hedeman, a world champion bull rider, drew the fearsome bull. Hedeman, known for his skill and resilience, had a face-off with Bodacious that left him with a shattered face, requiring multiple surgeries. This encounter only added to Bodacious's fearsome legend. Despite his retirement, Bodacious's legacy lives on. He is often cited as the greatest bucking bull of all time, a true icon of the sport. His name still sends chills down the spines of those who remember his incredible power and unpredictable nature. Bodacious wasn't just a bull, he was a force of nature, a symbol of the raw, untamed spirit of rodeo. 6. Stetson Lawrence spins out on Barn Cat.
But he's been very spotty with his riding lately.
Now, folks, if there's one thing you need to know about bull riding, it's that every bull has its own unique brand of nasty. In 2018, Stetson Lawrence found himself face to face with Barn Cat, a bull with a reputation for spinning riders off like they were nothing more than tumbleweeds in a tornado. And let me tell you, this particular encounter was one for the books. Stetson Lawrence, a seasoned rider with plenty of wrecks under his belt, wasn't one to back down from a challenge. Lawrence is known for his smooth riding style and his ability to stay calm under pressure. His performances are marked by a unique blend of finesse and toughness, which has earned him numerous accolades over the years. He's competed in countless PBR events, consistently ranking among the top riders and earning the respect of fans and fellow competitors alike. He's known for his grit and determination, and he was more than ready to take on Barn Cat at the PBR event in 2018. As the gate flew open, it was clear this ride was going to be a wild one. Barn Cat exploded out of the chute with the kind of energy that makes you wonder if someone swapped his hay for rocket fuel. Lawrence held on tight, his body moving in perfect sync with the bull's wild gyrations. But Barn Cat had a trick up his sleeve that'd make a rodeo clown cry, a relentless, bone-jarring spin. The bull twisted and turned with the speed of a whirlwind, trying to shake Lawrence off like he was nothing more than a pesky flea.
Adam, and somehow Stetson just unwraps and walks away.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It looked like he was just playing possum there.
For a few seconds, it looked like Lawrence might just conquer this beast. But Barn Cat wasn't done. The bull spin intensified, and Lawrence started to lose his grip. The centrifugal force was too much, and in the blink of an eye, Lawrence was flung off like a rag doll. He hit the ground hard, but before he could even think about getting up, Barncat was on him. The bull's hooves came down with the force of a sledgehammer, and Lawrence took a direct hit to the chest. The crowd gasped as the cowboy lay sprawled in the dirt, gasping for breath. Medics and rodeo clowns rushed in, trying to get between Lawrence and the still raging bull. It was a tense few moments, but they managed to pull Lawrence to safety and get him out of harm's way. The aftermath wasn't pretty. Lawrence had a broken rib and a bruised ego, but he was alive. Despite the pain and the fear, Lawrence knew this wreck was just another chapter in his bull riding story. It's the kind of wreck that reminds you of the fine line these cowboys walk every time they climb onto the back of a bull. After their infamous 2018 encounter, Lawrence showed his true cowboy spirit by not backing down from the challenge. He rode Barncat once again with pride and resilience. 5. Pistol Robinson on Carrillo Cartel. Let's mosey over to Madison Square Garden, where legends are made and sometimes broken. In a heart-stopping moment that echoed through the bull riding world, Pistol Robinson faced off against Carrillo Cartel, a bull known for his sheer power and unpredictability. This bull's not just about brute strength, it's about a combination of agility, explosiveness, and intelligence that makes it a challenging opponent for even the most seasoned bull riders. This showdown would test Robinson's courage and resilience like never before. Pistol Robinson, a cowboy with nerves of steel, stepped into the chute with a determination matched only by the bulls he faced. Carrillo Cartel was no ordinary opponent. He was a force of nature with a reputation for throwing even the best riders to the dirt. As the gate swung open, Carrillo Cartel exploded into action with the fury of a hurricane. Robinson rode with skill and precision, handling the bull's initial burst with calculated ease. For a moment, Robinson seemed to have the bull figured out. He found his rhythm, his seat secure as he navigated Carrillo Cartel's powerful twists and turns. But then, disaster struck. His inside leg slipped, throwing off his balance. His hip shifted, and before he could react, his outside leg followed suit. The strain on his hand holding the rope became unbearable. Despite Shorty's best efforts to provide assistance, Robinson couldn't maintain his grip. Carrillo Cartel continued his onslaught, trampling over Robinson with relentless force. The arena fell silent as Robinson lay on the ground, his legs shattered from the impact. Frank, Jesse, and Shorty rushed to his aid, their faces grim with concern. It was a scene that spoke volumes about the dangers these cowboys face every time they enter the arena. Despite the pain and uncertainty, Robinson remained steadfast in his determination to overcome. His journey to recovery would be long and arduous, but his spirit remained unbroken. In the world of bull riding, moments like Pistol Robinson's wreck serve as stark reminders of the risks and rewards of chasing the rodeo dream. It's a sport where courage and perseverance go hand in hand, and where every ride is proof of the cowboy spirit that defines it. The Carrillo Cartel bull's impact on the sport extends beyond its performances. Bulls like Carrillo Cartel contribute to the excitement and unpredictability of bull riding, drawing crowds and increasing the sport's popularity. Fans come to see not just the riders, but also these magnificent animals whose power and prowess are a key part of the spectacle. 4. Justin McBride versus Mission Pack.
As we watch Justin McBride go out, bull is straight for a while, buck high, and flips over him and steps on him.
Now, let me paint a picture of the infamous PBR 2003 showdown where Justin McBride found himself face to face with the beast they call Mission Pack. Picture this. It's 2003. The air is thick with the smell of dust and anticipation, and the arena is buzzing louder than a hornet's nest. Enter Justin McBride, a cowboy with more guts than a slaughterhouse and more grit than a desert sandstorm. He's climbed atop Mission Pack, a bull with a reputation meaner than a junkyard dog with a burr under its saddle. This ain't your ordinary bull, folks. Mission Pack's got a score to settle, and Justin's about to be the unlucky recipient. The gate swings open, and Mission Pack explodes out of there like a firecracker on the 4th of July. Justin's hanging on for dear life, looking like a rag doll in a hurricane. Mission Pack bucks, twists, and spins like he's auditioning for a spot in a rodeo ballet. But don't be fooled, this ain't no graceful dance. It's more like a barroom brawl with Mother Nature herself. Just when you think Justin's got a handle on this whirlwind ride, Mission Pack decides to turn up the heat. He pulls a move so sharp it could slice through a cactus. Justin's hand slips, and quicker than a rattlesnake's strike,
In professional bull riding, slow to get up. And I'm telling you what, this bull jumped right in the middle of him.
he's airborne. Now, bull riding rule number 1, the fall ain't the scary part, it's what comes after. Justin hits the ground like a sack of potatoes, and Mission Pack's got his beady eyes locked on him. Before Justin can even mutter a prayer, Mission Pack's hoof comes crashing down, missing Justin's head by a whisker. The crowd gasps and time seems to stand still. Trevor Walker had a 95-point ride on Mission Pack, proving just how ranked this bull was. But in this Ford Championship round at the 2003 Grand Rapids Invitational, Mission Pack flipped over Justin McBride, a 2-time PBR world champion, and stomped hard on his midsection. The damage? A right rib fracture and a collapsed lung. Justin was carted off to Butterworth Hospital in Grand Rapids, where a chest tube was inserted to re-expand his lung. He bunkered down there for a few days, mending his wounds and regaining his breath. But you can't keep a good cowboy down. Justin McBride recovered in time to compete at the World Finals. There, he had an epic showdown with Chris Shivers, reminding everyone why he's one of the best in the biz. As for Mission Pack, he strutted off with a bull score of 46.50, leaving the arena like he owned the place. 3. Matt Bohan on Spitfire.
I think he could do on any back of any bull. Wow, that didn't last very long. That duck kick, oh boy.
Y'all ready for another wild ride through the annals of bull riding history? Grab your hats and hold on to your britches, because we're about to relive the bone-crunching, teeth-rattling wreck that left Matt Bohan counting stars in the dirt. This here tale takes us to the Ford Championship round of the 2009 Bud Light Invitational in San Antonio, Texas, where Matt Bohan had an up-close and personal encounter with a bull named Spitfire. And let me tell ya, this was one wreck that left folks speechless. It's 2009, the Texas sun is beaten down, and the crowd's buzzing with excitement. Matt Bohan, a cowboy with nerves of steel, is ready to tackle the notorious Spitfire, a bull with a reputation that makes most men reconsider their career choices. Owned by Brad Boyd and Toby Floyd, 309 Spitfire ain't just any bull. He's a 4-legged wrecking machine with a mean streak wider than the Rio Grande. The chute gate flies open, and Spitfire explodes out like a bat out of hell. Bohan's grip is tighter than a rusted bolt, but Spitfire ain't about to make this easy. The bull bucks and twists like a tap dancer, each move more violent than the last. Bohan's hanging on for his life, looking like he's trying to ride a lightning bolt. Then, quicker than you can say yippee-ki-yay, Spitfire delivers a headbutt that'd make a wrecking ball jealous. Bohan takes a massive whack to the noggin, and down he goes like a sack of hammers.
Wait, he took another big hit for the second event in a row. In Tulsa, it was his nose.
Stay down, Matt.
Wow.
Stay down, Matt.
The crowd gasps as Bohan hits the dirt, eyes glazed over and snoring louder than a freight train. But Spitfire ain't done. he stomps and thrashes, making sure Bohan remembers who's boss. By the time the bullfighters swoop in to save our fallen cowboy, Bohan's already sporting a laundry list of injuries that'd make a doctor wince. A broken jaw, a concussion, multiple facial fractures, and a busted right shoulder blade. That's the damage report. And folks, that shoulder blade? That's his riding arm. Talk about a tough break. Now, any sane person would take a long vacation after a wreck like that. But not Matt Bohan. No sir, he's tougher than steel. After a series of surgeries to patch him up, Bohan only missed a month of competition. You heard me right, just 1 month. Most folks would be still nursing their wounds, but Bohan was back in the saddle, proving that true cowboys don't stay down for long. 2. Guillermo Marchi on Kiss Psycho Circus. Y'all better hold on tight for this one, because we're about to dive into a wreck so wild it'll have you questioning your own sanity. This story right here takes us to the glittering lights of Las Vegas, where Guillermo Marchi found himself in a heart-stopping dance with the infamous bull Kiss Psycho Circus during round 2 of the 2013 PBR Last Cowboy Stand-In. If you thought Vegas was just about bright lights and big winnings, think again. This was one showdown that left everyone on the edge of their seats. The PBR Last Cowboy Stand-In is in full swing and the atmosphere is electric. Guillermo Marchi, a cowboy with the strength of a bull and the courage of a lion, is set to face off against Kiss Psycho Circus. Now, this bull ain't no ordinary critter. Named after the legendary rock band Kiss, Psycho Circus lives up to its name with a performance that's pure chaos and fury. The gate swings open, and Kiss Psycho Circus explodes out with a vengeance. Marchi's holding on tighter than a gambler's grip on his last dollar. The bull's movements are so wild you'd think he's channeling the spirit of a rock concert mosh pit. But Marchi, ever the gladiator, is sticking to his ride, showing the bull who's boss. Then it happens. In a split second, Marchi gets hung up, his hands stuck in the bull rope, and he's dragged along like a lazy dog on a walk.
Because Guillermo's down.
Kiss Psycho Circus bucks and kicks, slamming Marchi into the ground and swinging him around like a toy. The crowd's gasping, eyes wide as saucers, watching this horrifying spectacle. Marchi's taking a beating, every slam into the dirt echoing like a drum solo from hell. The bullfighters rush in, their hearts pounding, trying to free Marchi from this rodeo nightmare. It's a chaotic scene, with dust flying and the bull's nostrils flaring like he's breathing fire. Finally, they manage to release Marchi, and he's rushed to safety, his body battered but his spirit unbroken. Marchi's injuries are severe. A broken jaw, fractured ribs, and a concussion that'd make a rodeo clown see stars. But in true cowboy fashion, he bounces back, ready to face the next challenge head on. His resilience is a testament to the indomitable spirit that defines bull riding. As for Kiss Psycho Circus, he continues his reign of chaos, leaving a trail of awestruck fans and wary cowboys in his wake. This wreck is a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of bull riding, where every ride is a gamble and every fall a testament to sheer willpower. 1. Lane Frost on Taking Care of Business.
Dillinger's back on the scene. We'll see what he's like.
I think they can see why they named this cat Judge Dillinger.
When you talk about bull riding legends, the name Lane Frost stands tall like a beacon of courage and spirit. But along with his legendary status comes one of the most heart-wrenching stories in the history of rodeo. In 1989, Frost faced a bull named Taking Care of Business, and what happened next became a tragic chapter in bull riding lore. Lane Frost was a cowboy's cowboy, known for his skill, heart, and infectious smile. He had an aura about him that drew people in and made them cheer louder, smile wider, and hold their breath just a little longer every time he rode. But on July 30th, 1989, at the Cheyenne Frontier Days Rodeo, the arena fell silent as tragedy struck. Frost drew Taking Care of Business, a bull known for his power and unpredictability. The ride started like any other, Frost in the chute, calm and collected, ready to conquer yet another beast. As the gates swung open, Taking Care of Business burst out with all the fury of a wildfire. Frost held on, his body moving in perfect harmony with the bull's powerful bucks and twists. The crowd was on its feet, eyes glued to the spectacle unfolding before them. It was a textbook ride, but the danger in bull riding doesn't end when the clock stops.
He did come down very, very hard. There's the momentum right there. He's coming down over the left shoulder, upside down.
As Frost dismounted, he looked to be in the clear, but fate had other plans. The bull turned unexpectedly, and with a swift, powerful thrust of his horns, gored Frost in the back, breaking his ribs and severing a main artery. The hit sent Frost to the ground, and the arena quickly turned from a scene of triumph to one of horror. Rodeo clowns and medics rushed to his aid, but the injuries were catastrophic. Frost was rushed to the hospital, but despite the efforts of the medical team, he passed away from the injuries sustained in the arena. The rodeo world was left in shock and grief. Lane Frost was just 25 years old, but his legacy was already etched in the annals of bull riding history. His death brought about significant changes in the sport, including the increased use of protective vests that are now standard gear for bull riders. These vests have undoubtedly saved countless lives and are a testament to Frost's lasting impact on the sport he loved. Lane Frost's ride on Taking Care of Business is a stark reminder of the inherent dangers of bull riding. It's a sport where courage and tragedy often walk hand in hand, and no one embodied that duality more than Frost. His spirit lives on in every cowboy who climbs onto the back of a bull, inspiring them to ride with the same heart, passion, and bravery that Lane Frost showed every time he entered the arena. And there you have it, folks. A countdown of some of the most heart-stopping wrecks in bull riding history. From the fierce battles to the unexpected twists, these moments remind us of the unpredictability of the sport. Each wreck shows the bravery of the cowboys who face these mighty beasts day in and day out.